All right, family. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everybody. Glad everyone is tuning in. This is your brother Supreme X, CEO of Fard Money Network. Well, this morning, family, we're going to get into an article that I discovered on Wall Street Journal, the Wall Street Journal, right? And it's very interesting, right? And we just want to get into it and let y'all see to decide. So today, what we're going to deal with the topic is, it's really breaking news, but we really want to deal with the science of banking. So we got to start going more into the science of banking, right? We give you the science of business, which we're going to get into later on tonight, and we give you the science of business and the science of money. That kind of like one science for real, if you really understand it. And then we give you the science of warfare. But now we're going to start giving you the science of banking. Banking, you want to understand how banking is, right? That's a little different from the science of money. So, but let's get into the article. Please, family, if you're watching on Facebook, please go to our YouTube channel for our money. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as we come out with this information pretty much on a day-to-day basis. We try to get information like this out to the people. But I want y'all to see this article, and I want y'all to really get an understanding on what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? What it really is, right? And you can go to Wall Street Journal and read it for yourself. But I just want to read. It's not a long article. Ready to get straight to the point. Fed moves to overhaul lending rules for poor communities. They really want to say black. They really want to say black, African American, but they just use the word poor. But they're talking about us. Vote marks the latest effort by policymakers to propose new framework for Community Reinvestment Act rules. That's a white lady. Her name is Leonard Brainerd, right? Fed governor. She's a governor. If you don't understand the Federal Reserve, they have one central bank. Good morning, everybody. They have one central bank. The head of the Federal Reserve is in D.C., but then they also have branches, right? And they're in 12 major cities in America, right? And they have a board of governors. I think it's like 6 governors, but they have a board of governors that govern the whole system, but they also have a head. You know what I'm saying? They also have a head, and that is Powell. Jerome Powell is the chairman, right, of the board. So he's over everybody, right? So let's just go through it. Washington, the Federal Reserve, following the earlier split between banking regulators, took an initial step to rewrite rules for hundreds of billions of dollars in lending and investment in lower income neighborhoods. Okay, what does that mean? They had something called a redlining where the Federal Reserve, the central banking system. Now, when we talking about the central banking system, we're talking about the Bank of America. We're talking about Wells Fargo. We're talking about Regions. We're talking about what's another bank? Bank of America, Regions, Chase Bank, J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, right? We're talking about these major banks that makes up the the United States central banking system, right? So the three biggest ones are Bank of America, J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, and then you got Wells Fargo. Them are the biggest three, right? When it comes to this signal. So what does this mean? They wasn't giving, if you was in a low developed, really what it's saying if you was black. They just made it saying low income neighborhoods. No, if you was black, they wouldn't give you certain loans for you to try to get, right? Now, white folks could get them. A black person probably with some good credit, assets or whatever, they could get these loans. But they're trying to repeal this, but we're going to get into why they're trying to straighten this out and make it better. Fed governors voted 5-0, so it's 5 Fed governors, to seek public comment on a board overhaul to its rules for the Community Reinvestment Act. Listen at this now. This is a 1977 law aimed at ending redlining banks' practice of avoiding lending in certain areas. Often, look at it, often minority. Y'all know they call us the minority because, on one sense, if you just look at yourself as an African American Are you a Hispanic? We are minorities once we split everything up. If you're a Native American, we are minorities. The white people are the dominant race of people in America once we split each other up, right? You know what I'm saying? So, family, we got to understand what this is saying. So, okay, often minority neighborhoods, the banking industry already faced the prospect of multiple regulatory regimes for a single law because another top United States regulator moved ahead earlier this year with a competing plan for United States lenders. Fed officials said Monday that they hope to avoid having multiple set of rules becoming permanent, and that their proposal created an opportunity for unified standard. Banks only have to follow one standard depending on who regulates them. This is deep. Fed Governor Ms. Brainard, the central bank's point person on the overhaul, said Monday that the rules remain as important as ever as the United States confronts challenges with racial equity in the coronavirus pandemic. We must ensure that the CRA is a strong and effective tool to address ongoing systematic inequalities, she said in a written statement. Policymakers have been trying to forge a consensus for updating rules from a law enacted more than 40 years ago before the event of the internet, when most banking was conducted at local branches. Another major regulator, the Office of the Controller of the Comptroller of the Currency, earlier this year completed its own set of rules. The OCC, an arm of the Treasury Department, oversees roughly 70% of activity under the low income lending rules, including some of the biggest banks such as JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo. In Wells Fargo Incorporation, the Fed oversees about 15% of CRA activity. The rest is overseen by a third regulator, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which joined the OCC in proposing an overhaul last year. It declined to support a final version of that overhaul in May. However, reasoning that the pandemic wasn't the time to complete a complex overhaul of the rules. Banks are currently evaluated on compliance with the CRA based on a complex formula that includes loans to home buyers and small businesses, as well as the number of branches in lower income areas. Bad grades can restrict banks from merging or opening new branches. This is deep now. Under existing rules, banks must lend to lower income communities in the area around their offices, even though they now accept deposits from around the country via online accounts. This has led to a glut of CRA spending in places such as Salt Lake City. The OCC rules aim to spread online banking lending out nationally. They add areas where banks draw large amounts of deposits, even if they have no branches there. They would also provide clarity on the types of loans and investments that are required. The Fed declined to support the comptroller's plan earlier this year, with Mrs. Brainerd suggested it was rushed to completion and could inadvertently decrease lending to lower income areas. A primary criticism of the comptroller rule is that banks would satisfy their CRA responsibility through several large investments or loans, as opposed to many small dollar loans to individuals. The Fed is very connected of that, said Warren Tager, senior counsel at law firm Buckley LLP, who advises clients on compliance with this CRA. They emphasize individual loans to consumers rather than large community development or infrastructure loans. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell on Monday said the Fed's framework would provide a greater consistency and clarity in how banks are tested on lending to poor neighborhoods and would be tailored to local market conditions, including demand and needs and just to structural economic and business cycle change. Oh, we're going to stop it right there. We're going to stop it right there, right? So this is good. We're going to stop it right there. Now, to get an understanding of this, right, what's happening is they want these banks to really lend out to the poor community. Why? Let me tell you why. We'll just give you the science of this, right? This is the science of banking. Not only is the dollar falling, but the banking system that they got set up with the Federal Reserve is falling. However, in the black community is not awakening to the new rules of banking, cryptocurrency. See, it's not a mass adoption of cryptocurrency from black people. You just got to listen to the language and understand this is the hidden science on what they're really doing and why they are really doing it, right? Cryptocurrency is adopted primarily from some whites, Asians, and Arabs. They love crypto, and Indians. They love cryptocurrency. Us black people, we only love dollars. You know what I'm saying? There's a very small population of us in America that use any other currency outside of the dollar. Okay. As the dollar falls, as the central banking system falls, they have to try to keep it afloat by what? Making it look like they're trying to fix something that's been going on for 40 years where they have racial inequality going on when a black person go to a bank and try to get a loan for certain things, right? Now they're trying to make it look like they're trying to peel this back or fix this problem that's been going on since 1977. You feel me? It's really been going on as long as the banking system been here. Now you got the Federal Reserve Board of Governors making it look like they are the ones who are leading the charge to fix this, when the reason that the economy is in the condition that it is because of the Federal Reserve. It's because of their policies, right? So they want us to think that they are all of a sudden changing, when in reality, they need us to still have faith in the dollar. That's the sign. So they want to make it, they want to prop it up, make themselves look good to us, right? And then give them time to roll out whatever new currency they're going to try to roll out, because the dollar is going to be obsolete. Yeah, we only got about max 5 more years to be utilizing the dollar. So you better do everything you can do with your dollars to launch pad you into the future or to survive. More like survival. So you better do something wise with it. You better be getting you some real tangible assets, and you better get involved in cryptocurrency. But they knowing the average one of us is not going to do it, so they got to make this type of stuff come out. You follow what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff you might see on CNN. They will let this come out because they know you reading it, you really won't understand the language, right? You would think it's doing something good, but we're here to tell you that the Federal Reserve is the synagogue of Satan. They're the reason that the country is in a economic turmoil or economic collapse, and they are the reason that we really don't have anything, right? They have enslaved the whole planet with debt. The dollar is debt itself. So if Satan do anything that look good, what is the underlying evil underneath the surface of it if you dig down in it? And I'm going to say what my opinion from my study of banking, economics, and studying the Federal Reserve, right? Because they are the ruling banking system in the world. Studying them, that they want black people or poor people to hold faith to the dollar and to the banking system, to give them time to adjust to what's going on, because what's going on is cryptocurrency and gold is taking over. They know this. They have always known this, right? So they knowing that the world is going digital, technology, you can't stop it. The world is going digital and the world is going back to the gold standard, right? They know this. That's why they took the dollar off the gold standard. So they want to keep us asleep to what they really want to do and what they're trying to do, because they're trying to come out with a federal, our digital dollar, our Federal Reserve cryptocurrency, our digital currency, right? We already know about JP Morgan trying to produce one, Wells Fargo trying to produce one, right? They're trying to produce one, but they don't want to put it on the blockchain. See, they want to produce a digital currency, not a cryptocurrency, because a cryptocurrency is transparent. A digital currency can be manipulated and regulated, and they can hide, omit information about this digital currency. But a cryptocurrency, no information, no transaction of a cryptocurrency, because it sits on the blockchain, is omitted. Everybody can go see it. It's very transparent and it's decentralized. Nobody controls it, right? So, family, that's just some of the signs of banking that y'all want to get into. So I want to show y'all, before we go, I want to show y'all, I got this picture. You can go to Google and you can go and research some of this stuff that is being said, or all of this stuff that's being said. I'll get it from where you can get it from. But I want to show y'all a picture of the board. Y'all see this picture here? There goes Jerome Powell right there with the cursor. Y'all see the cursor? I got the cursor right there. It's on his face. This is the head of the Federal Reserve. Now he's not a international banker. He don't own the Federal Reserve. He don't run the system. But their policies, the print of the money, he's in control of all of that. But he really don't know the scam himself, right? So he really not benefiting from it. He's just the head of it. He's a point man. They put him in a position of power. But look at all of these Caucasians. This is the board of governors. This is the Federal Reserve board. This is a picture of their board meetings. Do you see a black person in this room? Now I know it's some people ain't, the whole room is not showing, but just out of people, if we just count all the people in here, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 heads we can see, and not one black original person in the room. Not even a damn waiter. Not even a servant is in the room understanding what they're talking about, or even got a say so of what they're talking about, right? These folk work for the synagogue of Satan, and some of them don't even know it, and some of them do, right? But they work for it, and their objective is to keep the masses of the American people in poverty, keep us in debt so they can stay afloat. Because as long as they can print the dollars, as long as we use the dollar and they can print it, they can tax the dollars and they can keep us in the same financial condition that we're in right now. Now, with that being said, family, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're about 5 subscribers. We need like 6 subscribers to hit the 400 mark. So please show us some love. We're trying to get to this 1,000, but we about 600 away. So please, if you're watching on Facebook or you watching on YouTube, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, family, so we can get to this 1,000. But we can get to this. We about 5 people away. We need like, I think it's 6 people. We 394. We need 6 more people to subscribe to our channel, so for us to hit the 400 subscribers, family. So please show us some love. If you want to go know more about the banking system, if you want to get out of the banking system, please go to forwardmoney.info. Make you an account, family, and get down with us and join our network, or whoever shared this stream with you. Get back with that person, because they probably can show you how you can become a new millennium banker. See, when you see me and you see these streams, you see our team, you see our organization, you see Far Money. We are new millennium bankers. We are bringing to the masses a way to bank that the world has never seen, and that the Federal Reserve, the Board of Governors, trying to do everything in their power to keep you away from, so they can keep ruling. So go to farmoney.info or get with the person that you see this stream on. They shared it on their wall. Get with them. Don't contact me personally. Get with them, family. And that flyer right there that you see, family, that is our official flyer for our Business is Warfare broadcast that we do every Tuesday night at 10 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in tonight, right? Well, we might go a little more into some of this, but we have a powerful breakdown, a powerful broadcast tonight. So make sure you tune in and set your clock, set a reminder, so you can be on this broadcast. We're going to be streaming live from Facebook and YouTube. So make sure that you see it. With that being said, family, we will see y'all later tonight. Business is Warfare broadcast. Share it out. Get the flyer. It's on my wall. It's on my Facebook channel. Get the flyer. Share this out, family. We got to bring this new monetary system to the world, the new way our people to think, family. We are bringing in a new millennium way to bank, make money, get off the clock. We bringing all that to the world, not just to the American people, but we're bringing it to the world. So help us help the world. With that being said, family, we will see y'all on the next live stream. Assalamu alaikum, salam, peace, au. We out of here.